What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you are all staying safe and staying healthy during these crazy times that we are living in. And today we are talking about a special pair of sneakers that is also a quite expensive pair of sneakers. So I want to take a second to, make something clear. We are in the middle of and probably going into some tough economic times. A lot of people have lost their jobs. And talking about expensive sneakers and collecting and just kind of bombarding YouTube with more consumerism type content doesn't sit well with me without giving a little bit of a disclaimer. So I'm making videos to, review sneakers, to be a part of the culture, to talk about these things that we are into. And I'm not trying to project this as a consumerist type of video. I'm not trying to influence you to spend money or do anything like that. This is really about the craftsmanship of the shoes, the stories behind sneakers, why we have an emotional connection to these types of items. And it has nothing to do with keeping up with the Joneses and, crap like that. So what I'm trying to say is that you got to make sure your financial house is in order, especially in times like these. Don't go out buying sneakers because they're hyped and using money that you don't really have or that you need to save right now. Don't buy sneakers on credit cards, do anything crazy like that. Just remember that, it might suck to miss out on a few pairs here and there in the coming weeks or months. But the fact is that more and more sneakers are going to keep coming out year after year. And if there's something you like now, chances are it's going to get released again at some point in the future. And look, I don't want to be preachy or try to tell people what to do. I just felt like I needed to get that off my chest. I'm here to entertain and talk sneakers with you guys. I'm not trying to influence you to buy something or spend your money. It's, we're all in this together, and I'm not some rich guy that's just buying sneakers left and right. If I wasn't reviewing sneakers on this channel right now, my sneaker buying would probably be on an indefinite freeze until we get on the other end of this. And the truth is I'm getting sneakers from friends to review. I'm sending some sneakers back, and other ones I'm buying and selling them for basically what I paid. So I'm not keeping everything here, guys. I don't want to create this illusion that I'm flexing on YouTube with all these sneakers, because that's just, flexing on YouTube is the silliest thing. I'm not trying to be the guy bragging on YouTube about all this stuff I have, because at the end of the day, it's just stuff. Speaking of said stuff, let's get into what we are talking about today, and that is my first sneaker on this channel that's not a Nike sneaker. Crazy. I know. I've been doing all Nike and Jordan brand, and I've been trying to branch out and get my hands on something worthwhile. Finally, I have, by way of New Balance. They are the New Balance 1500, made in England, in the Animal Pack colorway. And this one is definitely the better looking of the two, in my opinion. Tell me what you think. Alright guys, now that you've got a closer look at this sneaker, if you aren't familiar with the New Balance Made in England line, it is a more premium version of their sneakers that are basically handcrafted with the highest end materials possible, and you can really tell that when you pull the sneaker right out of the box. You're getting nothing but premium materials, you're getting immaculate stitch patterns. Here and there, you may even see some signs of, handcrafted elements. Little stitch hairs kind of hanging off the end here. Little things like that that I know is more of an artisan's leftover as opposed to just a machine stitching away at a pair of sneakers. And that's kind of what makes these made in England pairs a little bit more special aside from the materials that they use. And in the instance of this pair right here, it is a beautiful shoe to look at. I've got a lot of favorite elements of this sneaker. Let's start from the front here. This toe box has some really nice short hair soft suede going around the edges of the toe box. You get a nice nylon cross stitch on the top of the toe and then a small strip of leather, creating a nice layered look on the toe box. That takes us up to the lace area. Some really nice woven laces. It's definitely not your typical flat lace that you get with most sneakers. It's got a thicker woven texture to it. Nice brown that color matches the rest of the upper. And there's also a lighter color alternate pair of laces that comes with these sneakers as well. I think will both look very good, whichever you decide to go with. And as you can see, flanking the lace area on the eyelets there is a animal print. You've got two different types of animal print here. Now, I didn't see anything on the box or in the shoe denoting that this is actual animal fur. I'm assuming it's not, considering these are pretty exotic prints here. So that's reassuring. but it does feel nice. It feels kind of like the Jordan 7 hairs that just dropped, which are actually fur, and I will link that video of my review there at the end for you guys to enjoy. But these fur elements of the upper, they look great and they kind of mix well. It's kind of weird how that leopard and zebra just kind of go together, right? The black and white of the zebra going really well with the rest of this shoe's color palette, which is mostly brown hues. And it all comes together and just elevates this shoe from your typical New Balance sneaker. Really any sneaker, really, when you think about it. At the top of the tongue, you have New Balance with Made in England stitched underneath it. That is done in a nice nubuck, probably the least premium material on here, I guess, other than the nylon, but it more than makes up for it throughout the rest of the sneaker. There is more nubuck around the collar and the heel area here. It kind of just frames the top of the upper with a gold New Balance logo on the back. And then that takes us to probably my favorite part of this shoe's upper, and that is the heel counter. This whole patch right here is just a buttery soft, like designer handbag level type of leather. It feels immaculate, better than pretty much any other Jordan 1 I've had. And you have the 1500 stitched here in the side. Right underneath that, you've got more New Balance branding, the end cap cushion on the midsole, crispy white midsole, which I'm always a fan of. A little bit of gray around the back of the heel here, and then that takes us to a pretty brown outsole. Looks really nice, clean. Now we'll see how it looks when it gets dirty up, but like, all in all, this shoe just really puts it together very nicely, and every inch of it, no matter where you're looking, you just see that high-end premium feel, and it really does justify the price tag. Of course, it's important, in my opinion, to support local artisans, people making things with their hands. In America, we always talk about buy American, buy products made by American workers. Well, this is more or less the same thing with the Made in England line. There are actual people making these sneakers, people making a living wage for their families. So with that, you got to step up and pay the premium for those things if you really want to support, local people and local economies like that. So this comes in at a $220 price tag at retail. This shoe is now sold out, and I'm seeing it on StockX for around $250, $260. Not a crazy premium to pay. The other colorway that dropped in this animal pack is still available on New Balance's website and probably some other retailers. So if you like that one better, you can get that one for probably the retail price at this point. But if you want this one here, which in my opinion is the better looking of the two, you're going to pay a little bit of a premium. And like I said, it is such a beautiful sneaker. You're not going to miss that extra 20, 30 bucks you paid over retail for something like this. We're not talking about a Supreme shirt here. As far as comfort and fit goes, if you're not familiar with New Balances, you should absolutely get familiar with New Balance sneakers. These things are fantastic. I've been wearing New Balance sneakers on and off since high school. I've never had an issue. 574s, these 1500s. New Balance really does fill a nice void because a lot of my other sneaker tastes are more towards high top and mid-cut sneakers. So overall, when you hold a sneaker like this in hand, it can call into question a lot of other sneakers that you may have seen or purchased at a $200 or $200+ price point. Like this or these Jordan 7 Hair 2.0s that were $250. Those in particular, because of their material and makeup, kind of competes with this one and doesn't quite make me question that price point. But then you see some of the other Jordan retros that are dropping this weekend, like the 5s. Beautiful sneakers, don't get me wrong, but $200 for that? I mean, I don't know. When you look at that for $200, you look at this for $220, and you hold both of those sneakers in hand, you can feel and see the quality more in something like this as opposed to those Jordans. But that does it for me, guys, on this video of these gorgeous New Balance 1500 Made in England, part of the animal pack that dropped on April 1st. And if you have your hands on a pair of these and you feel some type of way about them, let me know down in the comments below. If this is your first time seeing these sneakers, let me know what you think about them in the comments below, especially if you've had a Made in England pair before. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. I read all the comments. I respond to you guys. I love talking sneakers, so please do that down there. And while you're below the video, hit the like and subscribe. Join the family. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm really excited, guys. We're getting close to 900 now, and it's a slow and steady creep, but with every like you guys drop, it pushes my videos out to more people, you know, the whole YouTube algorithm thing. So if you could do me a solid, just hit the like. Even if you don't like the sneakers, just hit the like. Help your boy out. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers and keep this thing going. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your patronage, checking out my videos. Let me know what I can do for you down in the comments below, what you like, what you want to see reviewed, all of that, and I will hit you back. Hope you have a good day, good evening, good night whenever you're watching this. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're staying healthy. Hope your quarantine beard is growing in beautifully. And for the ladies, I hope you're not growing a quarantine beard unless you really want one. But alas, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.